So Neville Ash, I'm the director of the United Nations Environment Programme World Conservation Monitoring Centre, UNEP-WCMC, which is a specialist biodiversity nature centre of the United Nations Environment Programme. And I'm here at the World Biodiversity Forum in Davos in Switzerland, where we've had fantastic discussions with a community of well over 1,000 individuals, of biodiversity knowledge holders here in Davos, coming together on an annual basis to talk about the state of nature, to talk about what's driving nature's decline, to talk about how we transform the world through the actions we take, society and the economy, that can give a lift to nature and support the foundations of our lives on the planet as well. We all depend on nature. Over half of GDP is moderately or highly dependent on nature, but the entire societies all around the world and economies are dependent on nature. And we have a responsibility as knowledge holders in the nature agenda, in the nature space, to bring our knowledge to bear on how decisions are made. So we have an opportunity to bring that knowledge to bear on decisions taken at the international level, the way in which global policies are set, which then cascade down to the national level, to national policies, to subnational action. We have a responsibility to bring our knowledge to bear on individual decisions at the other end of that spectrum, how we live our lives as individuals in our sustainable lifestyles. And between that, how we grow and mobilise social networks to catalyse transformative change needed to save life on Earth. There's lots to be done, but here in the Biodiversity Forum, World Biodiversity Forum knowledge community, we have the knowledge to help drive some of those changes. Knowledge itself is not a barrier to change. We have a lot of knowledge. There are gaps to be filled, and that's important work to be done. We have a lot of ambition in the world as well. The Kunming to Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework is packed full of ambition to conserve and sustainably use life on Earth. So ambition is not in short supply. What the challenge is translating ambition into action, delivering on those commitments made at the international level, at the national level, by heads of state, by governments, and by individual businesses as well. And that's where the challenge lies. How do we take the ambitions and help the world to deliver on them? And there's a key role here for the World Biodiversity Forum knowledge holding community to act not just as knowledge generators, but as knowledge brokers, to bring the knowledge to bear on those decisions. And that might be through the work we do at the science policy interface, supporting, for example, assessments, to bring knowledge together that might feed into policy processes. It might be through the work we do as individuals, engaging in sectors where the levers of change sit to affect the drivers of biodiversity loss, across the sectors of the economy, like in the food systems, agriculture, in energy, in water, in health and others, infrastructure development. And it might be in the way in which we generate science and communicate about science to a wider public. So talking about the important findings we have from the work we do as a knowledge community and the implications of those for individuals, for societies, for countries and for institutions around the world. So I've been talking here today about the important opportunity we have as knowledge holders to do more, to do differently and to make a greater impact for nature.